Hey guys, Nabil here. Hope everyone is doing great. We had a showcase today that was announced yesterday out of nowhere for Street Fighter 6, specifically for both Juri and Kimberly. Now, these are the last two characters that were announced for Street Fighter 6 with that awesome trailer. And then today, the Capcom TV, which is this Japan only show that they have on the official YouTube channel, Japanese Capcom YouTube channel, and today they were going to showcase, they announced that they're going to show both Juri and Kimberly. Now, this is a recap of what happened and pretty much what we learned from this event. Now, before I get started, gentle reminder to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I drop a new video. Now, the event started, and again, just to let you know, this was not like the whole stream was about 2 hours and 35 minutes. But it wasn't all about Street Fighter 6. There were other Capcom games. There was a segment for about maybe 45 minutes to an hour, I think. Well, I'll double check that, where they talked and showed both Juri and Kimberly. Now, I was a little bit disappointed because I'm kind of used to the Dengeki Online showcase that they used to do for the King of Fighters 15, when they show a new character and they go like in details. They did the same for Samurai Shodown. Actually, they did Samurai Shodown more, whenever there's a new character announced or something, they go like really in depth with the characters, showing the normals, all the special moves, all their supers. This wasn't the case, unfortunately. So there was just a couple matches, not high level play, between Kimberly and Juri, and they kind of showed some cool stuff, but it's kind of like scattered all around. There was no structure to it. Like, there wasn't, we're gonna start with the normals, we're gonna go to the super. No, it was just a little bit all over the place. But we got to see some really cool stuff, and we're gonna go ahead and do a recap of what happened. So first, they talked a little bit about Juri, and they showed this awesome looking design art or sketches for her. And it may or may not be the same we've seen in maybe what appeared to be or not leaked images for the roster of Street Fighter 6, confirming or not confirming that a leak, or is it a leak? Is it not a leak? Anyway, but this is really cool artwork showing Juri in her new costume. And I mean, just from this artwork here, you can see like she's oozing with personality, and it's really showing when we get to see the Juri in action, as we're gonna see here in a second. So we had both the Street Fighter producers. They were there talking a little bit about the two characters and how like how they translated, how Juri translated to Street Fighter 6, as well as talk a little bit about Kimberly, how she's a Bushin Ryu fighter, and like similar a little bit to Guy, which is going to be a little bit you'll see that in the gameplay. So then we started getting some gameplay. They talked about the new way of control, so the original ones and the new ones, saying that it's not an easy mode, etc. But what's important is that after that we get to see the new build. This is the same build that they're going to have at the Tokyo Game Show next week, and they're going to have at the EGX London, which I'm going to be there, God willing, and I'll be testing this game extensively for you guys and talking about it extensively during those in a couple weeks. So we get to see Kimberly, and she's like really, again, the how they show the personalities in Street Fighter 6 is really amazing. So as you can see, you get a really detailed look at her, and you can see she's like, it's kind of like almost like a kimono, like Guy's kimono in this side, she's absolutely a Bushin Ryu fighter. She has some moves from Guy, so kind of makes his chances of showing up not great. But anyway, and you can see, like, look at the physics of the headphones that she's using. It's just pretty awesome. So we have a little bit here. You can see here, this is the costume. This is costume 1, confirming, of course, which we already knew that there are more costumes. This is the colors. We have 2 colors. We're going to see both of them. And then we're going to see Juri as well. And I love, again, each character has their own personality that they show just when you're selecting the characters. So she's actually dancing to the music in the background, which is awesome again. And then we have Juri, who's, and I was looking at this and I'm like, wow, this looks cool, but why is she like standing, on a tire? And they asked the producer, Nakayama-san about this, and he's like, well, because it's cool. It kind of looked cool, so there's nothing. It's not like a story thing. It just, you know, to him it looks cool, and it does. And again, she's like on her phone, showing her personality, and this is what Street Fighter 6 seems to be like, showing each of these characters' personalities and how different they are. So then we started seeing some. We were introduced to the entrance, the stage entrance for these two characters. So it's Juri, they're going with the modern controls, which I'm going to test again extensively and tell you about them, guys, at EGX. So there you go, we get to see their entrance, which each character has two entrances depending whether they are player 1 or player 2. And of course you get to change the, you know, you can show your, and this is, okay. We've seen this before, we've seen some of it in the trailer, but we have a better look here at their stances. Kimberly's pretty much dancing at this point. And she's definitely fast. Now, there's something that you gotta notice. Not only that she needs to control the, you know, the meter, which is what Street Fighter 6 seems to be. It's all about managing your meter. But she also has, as you can see here, two spray cans. Like she's kind of like Isla, where she's a street artist, and she uses this, you know, in her you know, in her matches, in her gameplay. Now she starts with 2. We don't know if that's the maximum. We don't know, and she, you know, once you use them, you can actually replenish them again. We don't know if you always start with 2. So a little bit of moves here. There's something else that I don't know if you can hear it. It'll just be so drive impact. So again, not any like high level gameplay, but you get to see these characters in action. And Kimberly, she's quite interesting. She's absolutely like Guy with some other moves. Like she's fast, she's ninja like. She has some Guy moves, like even this, you know, like her 2 normals, like this 2-hit combo is absolutely Guy like. But she has a little bit more. So this was her level 1 super, which she missed and missed, and we're gonna see it again later on. And this is Juri's level 1, which we just saw right now, which is great. Each character has 3 levels, 3 supers, a level 1, a level 2, and a critical art. And then we get to see the time over animation for both of them, which is again really, really cool. Now the other thing I want to show and talk about, besides her gameplay, as you can see, she's very fast. That's a bit of a nice combo. They're using EX moves. Juri is basically, from what we can see, is a combination of both Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5, which is music to my ears because I really missed her dropkick from Street Fighter 4, which seems to be back. Now, another thing we learned is using the commentary option in Street Fighter 6, which you have that commentary. I don't know if you can hear it here, but you probably hear it again. So we can see some of her moves, but again, we don't know if these are all the moves. Like she has a teleport and a drop kick. She has Tatsumaki, which is similar to Guy's, and she uses the spray cans. As you can, well, she didn't. She tried to. We've seen the win pose for Juri in her trailer. If you can hear this, but you actually can have 2 commentaries at the same time. So while they were playing, they were actually set the commentary to both James Chen as well as the Japanese commentator, and they're like talking to each other, one in Japanese, one in English, and I think it's a really cool thing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have that when I'm playing, but it's definitely a cool thing that you can combine 2 different commentators, regardless of what the you know, like what the language is. And you can see there's subtitles for the commentator. Oh, this is level 1. This is level 1. Let me go back here. This is level 1 for Kimberly, which we got to see as well. This is her grab. Looks really good. So let's hold on. Let's see this. let's see this move here, which seems like is that a parry? Like she teleports, and see, as you can see, yeah, it gets a counter. So this is another move that I didn't know she had until we watched this. So basically, when she uses the spray can, but as you can see, it's a move. It doesn't use the spray can. Now, Juri also has the Feng Shui engine, which he's gonna be able to use as, you know, something to keep in mind and manage besides the meter management. And then after that, we got to see the level 1 super, which you basically canceled that counter special into a level 1 super. Double hits, another one, and then she hits with the spray can, and you can see it was 2. And after using that move, whether this is optional or not, I don't really know. What if do you have to choose to do that or not? But as you can see now, she has only 1 spray can, and I'm pretty sure you can replenish it quickly. But we don't have like all the answers, but we know a little bit more about these two characters. We also gonna see Juri's level 2 and Kimberly level 2 as well. So we'll go to that here in a second. So okay, here you go. This shows a little bit of the meter management. Let me try to get that. So she didn't have any spray can. We're gonna see her that she's gonna replenish it. There you go. She sprayed she filled the first one. Of course, it makes her vulnerable to attacks. That's a critical art, of course, that we've seen. But as you can see, like, she was replenishing her spray cans, and that allows her to use the moves where she actually sprays the paint. Let's go and check Juri level 2. So I'm gonna see her in a second. I like her way that she's walking. Seems like really having fun. She kind of reminds me of Ibuki. So that's a missed one. She tried the level 2. We're gonna see it later on. And Juri's gonna go with the level 2 here in a second, I believe. We're gonna be able to see it. That way, you've seen all the level 2 and level 3. Okay, there you go. This is level 2, which is the Feng Shui engine activation. And I believe it requires, or you can't see it in here, that she had the Feng Shui engine. No, she doesn't have it in here. So it does not require the Feng Shui engine, not meter, but item, if you will, or resource. I'll call it resource. I like how in the wind animation, like the camera does like move a little bit and like changes the angle and come back, which is great. We're gonna see, let's check Kimberly's level 2 here in a second. Oh, this is the different colors for the characters. So this is color 2 for Juri. This is color 2 for Kimberly. Of course, there are other colors probably in other costumes. We'll see level 2 here in a second. So she also has, Juri has 2 Feng Shui engine resources that can be replenished, obviously. Just like, and that's probably the quarter circle forwards with any of the kicks, similar to the previous Street Fighters. Pretty nice combo there. And again, it's not high level play, but you get to see some of the cool stuff the game has to offer. I'll promise you. There you go. This is, again, that was a level 2 going to the Feng Shui engine mode, if you will, which she doesn't have to recharge. Similar to Street Fighter 5 again. Now we're going to see Kimberly level 2 in a second. And of course, the supers do carry over between rounds. See, this is another move that she used. It seems like she doesn't use the paint for that one, but uses the meter. So there's going to be a lot of things to learn when the game comes out, obviously. There you go, level 2. No, that's a miss. That was a level 1, I think. And she missed it. Yeah, that was a level 1. She's gonna go with the level 2 here in a second. Oh, the beautiful. This is a level 2. But this is beautiful. Reminds me of guys Tatsumaki, as you can see. So she's definitely taking some moves from guys, some moves from Zeku. And then there you go. This exactly looks like guys Senpukyaku. Alright, and then we're gonna see the level 2, which he's gonna do here in a second, which is an aerial move. Reminds me again of guys Super in Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4. Beautiful. As you can see, there's a move there which she throws the paint, kind of like fireball. Juri with her drop kick. But that's pretty much what we've learned, except seeing the game in motion. These are the new things that we learned from the game. Just to recap, so you have obviously second colors that you can choose. Each character has 2 entrances, depending whether it's a player 1 or player 2. You can choose different commentaries, independent of the language. So you can have English and Japanese at the same time, which actually sounds really cool. And then we got to see the time over animation for both characters, and we got to see the level 1 and 2 supers for both Kimberly and Juri. Now we saw all the supers. So this is level 1 super again. We still need some information. Like, we didn't see all the normals. I mean, they're scattered here and there. We didn't see right now, like, one of the players is using the easy mode or the modern control, whatever they want to call them. So we still don't know exactly what that means is in terms of handicap. It's probably some sort of handicap. You can't just keep doing Hadokens with one button. It's probably the meter runs faster, so you could easily go into you can easily go into a burnout state. And of course, when you go into a burnout state, you're which you probably know this by now, the stand-in stance for the character changes, as you can see here in Juri. We've seen Ryu before, we've seen Chun-Li. As you can see, this is her stance now when she's in a burnout state, as she waits for the meter to be refilled. So that's pretty much it. Again, not a whole lot of Street Fighter. What was it? Was it like maybe like half an hour, I think. That's what it was. Yeah, so that's what it was, about half an hour of action for Street Fighter 6. But we did learn quite a few things, which is, I think, is quite interesting. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I said, I will be traveling to London and I will be attending. I got my tickets for the EGX London, where there's going to be Street Fighter 6 playable with this current build that they're showing here, which includes these 2 characters as well as the previous ones, and Guile, who I cannot wait to see in action. But we'll learn even more next week at the Tokyo Game Show, where the game's gonna have a presence and it's gonna have its own stream program, which I will be streaming, obviously. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thank you guys for watching.